What's up everyone, and welcome to Your First Strike. My name is Aidan from 3 Floating, and today we have a game for you featuring Sam on Terra, the Earth Guardian, and Jacob on Aurora, the Elemental Lightning Runeblade. Without further ado, let's get right into this First Strike game!
You ready for your first strike?
Are you ready for your first strike?
I'm ready. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jacob Scott Thomas Bertrand, and today I'm gonna be playing Aurora. It is a really awesome elemental runeblade hero. My talented runeblade hero has an affinity towards lightning, so I'm gonna be looking to play as many lightning cards as I can because those will turn on my hero's ability to give other attacks go again and be able to turn on my weapon Starfall to also get go again. So big game plan is make a very wide chain link with lots of attacks and hopefully end it with some mixed damage in the form of Arcane, which can't be blocked with the block value on all your cards. Playing against Terra, this huge Guardian, Guardians love to send one really big attack that has a horrible on hit, meaning if I take damage from a certain card, I have to discard a card or my next attack gets weaker. So I really want to save my Iron Rot equipment for whenever Sam sends a really big attack to get that one more point of block to prevent him from going over and hitting me in the face.
What's up everyone, my name is Sam, and today I am going to be jamming with the Terra First Strike deck. This Earth Guardian does not mess around. Terra is a Guardian, which means I have some great defensive options available to me as I batten down the hatches with my armor and my shields, but I also have huge Guardian attacks that are powerful, have devastating on-hit effects, and can really crush my opponents. So I'm gonna be trying to use all of the tools at Terra's disposal to carry me to victory. His hero power is super strong. I can make a might token at the end of every turn as long as I have an Earth card in the pitch. So I wanna make sure that I'm using that ability as efficiently as possible, powering up my big Guardian attacks, especially the ones that have on-hit effects, like Concuss, a card that if its power is greater than its base, if the attack hits, Jacob's gonna have to discard a card. That means he has to respect that attack, or he's gonna lose a card from his hand either way. I don't have a lot of access to go again, so I'm gonna be looking to block with probably 1 or 2 cards in most of my turns, or else I won't be able to use them all, so I wanna get some defensive value out of my good defensive cards and lay down some hurt with the powerful Guardian attacks at Terra's disposal.
You want a high roll?
Yeah, I do.
Highest roll goes first? Or, sorry, picks.
That is gonna be tough to beat. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Bold on eye.
You wanna set up that embodiment? You wanna go second because you're aggressive?
Definitely first.
All right.
Good luck. Have fun.
Booyah.
All right, I'm going to attack you with the Heaven's Claw for 5. It costs 1, so I'm gonna pitch this blue spark spray, and I'm gonna have 2 floating.
2 resources floating. I have to imagine that hero ability is looking tempting. I don't think you're gonna get more go again on this turn, so I think I just wanna protect the life total. I get to draw after this turn because I went second, so I'm gonna block 2, 4, 6.
Ooh, lots of 2 blocks.
Lots of 2 blocks. 2, 4, 6.
Or do I punish you right now and keep going?
Lightning press?
I have no attack reactions.
I got no defense reactions, and thus the attack is blocked.
All right, cool. So block's good. This chain link has resolved. I don't have go again, but luckily for me, this is an instant speed ability. So I'm gonna pay 2, get my embodiment of lightning token. This Heaven Claw will not eat it up because the chain link has already resolved. So this is gonna be up for my next turn. I do not have go again, so I'm just gonna move to my end step.
I have no instant speed effects, so end is good with me. In Flesh and Blood, the very first turn of the game is often referred to by the community as turn 0 because the defending player also gets to draw up to their intellect at the end of the turn. So it's sometimes hard to actually leak damage and get damage across because heroes are pretty likely to just drop their whole hand knowing they get to draw back up. So here on my turn 0, I'm happy to just block with 3 cards, make sure I don't take any damage on this first turn because I'm gonna draw 3 more cards after this anyway and probably can lay down a big attack.
Out of these 2 cards, I will arsenal this one. I will put this blue spark spray from my pitch zone on the bottom of my deck. And then I had 1 card, so I will draw 3.
I also had 1 card left, so I too will draw 3. Well, this actually works together quite nicely. Alrighty, on my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and just attack you with strong wood.
This is kind of scary.
Strong wood. This card costs me 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and pitch this Flourish, which is an earth card. This is an elemental guardian attack that attacks for 6, but it has Earth Bond. So if an earth card was pitched to play this, it gets +1. So it's gonna go from an attack for 6 to an attack for 7. A little 2-card 7. Where we'd like to be.
I mean, I gotta keep doing embodiments of lightnings, right?
How much you like that go again, dog?
I know.
You like it about 7 damage worth?
Sam's sending a lot of damage, but the cards in my hand deal more damage than they block for, so I think I'm gonna take this and just crack back at him. I'm feeling confident with Aurora. I'm gonna say no blocks.
My dog, I will say no reaction.
I have no defense reactions.
Please take your 7 damage.
I will take 7, go down to 13.
I have no go again here, and I have no action point, so I'm going to move to my end phase. And now in my end phase, Terra is going to trigger. At the beginning of each end phase, if there is an earth card in your pitch zone, like this Flourish, I may pay 1, which I will with the Seeds of Strength. If I do, I create a Might token. So I'm going to create a Might token thanks to Terra, and then I'm gonna move to Arsenal.
Oh boy.
Draw 4, pass to you. So this turn went pretty much exactly like I could have hoped. I get to throw a big ol' attack for 7 here, which is almost half of Jacob's life. I activated Terra's ability, so I have a Might token for my next turn, and the card that I just parked in my arsenal is that big red Concuss. So I know no matter what, I have a powerful disruptive on hit with Jacob's name on it for my next turn, thanks to the Might token I was able to create. So I'm looking to block with a couple cards coming up here, keep my life total kinda high, and just throw down a big attack on my next turn.
Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come at you with this Fry. It automatically has go again, so this is just 3 with go again coming at you. So my embodiment of lightning sees this go again attacking card and will pop and give it go again because it is an attack, but double go again does not give you an extra action point. So just go again.
3 with go again coming at me. I'm gonna go ahead and declare a block for 3 with my Bracken Wrap.
Bracken Wrap.
So block your attack for 3. Any reactions?
No reactions from me.
None for me as well.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and break the combat chain by playing Sizzle, this lightning action. My next lightning or elemental attack this turn gets +3.
Word.
That's active right now. I will then play out another Fry. Natural go again. This is gonna be for 6. You throw the big attacks, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The big attack for 6? Pretty scary, but I'm only going to block for 3 with this Log Fall. So I've gone from Bracken Wrap to Log Fall.
Log Fall.
Yeah.
I like Log Fall.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Do you have any reactions?
I have no reactions.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and take 3. 1, 2, 3, going down to 17.
Yes. I will then attack you with my weapon. This costs 1, so I'm gonna be pitching this blue card. So I'm gonna have 2 floating, and my Starfall has this ability. If you've played a lightning card this turn, this card gets +1 and go again. So I've played multiple lightning cards. So this is gonna be hitting you for 2.
You're zip-zapping me, dog.
1 resource, 2 power on the board,
And go again?
and go again.
I'm not gonna block your little Starfall. I will let your sword connect, and I will declare no blocks. Any reactions?
No reactions.
I will take 2, going down to 15.
Now I will play my arsenal card. This is Harness Lightning. Lightning Flow. If I've played a lightning card this turn, I deal 3 arcane damage to target hero. I will be targeting you.
Really? So this is Arcane.
Yes, I'm gonna represent it as with this dice. This is 3 arcane damage. You cannot block it with cards from your hand with a little defense symbol on it. Special zippity zappity magicy wacky.
I wanted to block with this card. This card blocks for 3.
Get wrecked.
I can't block with it anymore.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, I'm getting wrecked. So this feels kind of unfair because this was all physical damage, and yet this is now 3 arcane damage.
Yeah.
Part of
Mixed damage. That's Rune Blade, baby. You got
All right.
some physical, some arcane. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm going to make my legs explode.
Nice.
I'm going to use my Spell Fray leggings here because I'm going to declare no defense on this arcane because I have no way to get around arcane damage except for Spell Fray leggings because they have Spell Void 1. If my hero would be dealt arcane damage, I can destroy this to prevent 1 of that damage. So I will destroy my Spell Fray leggings. They will head to the graveyard and I will take 2 of your arcane damage, so 13 to 13.
It's not bad. Now that Chain Link has resolved, I'm now going to pay 2, activate my hero's ability, and And I'm going to make an embodiment of lightning. Setting up for next turn.
Yes, you are.
I will move to end. I will put my pitch card back into my deck. I will draw 4 at the end of my turn.
3 arcane damage is not fun to deal with, let me tell you, especially not after all the other physical damage that Jacob threatened earlier in the turn. So I brought my leg pieces for a reason. I'm gonna go ahead and let them just spray the spell, just stop that, no more of that. So I took a couple licks, but it's time for that concuss to put in some work. I'm gonna try to hit you back even harder. I'm gonna let my might token destroy. I'm gonna allow this might token to destroy. At the start of your turn, destroy this, and then your next attack gets +1. So my next attack this turn is gonna get +1, and I'm gonna play Concuss. This is an attack that costs 3, but I only have 2 yellow cards left in my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and pitch 4, leaving 1 floating. So this attack reads, when this hits a hero, if it has power greater than its base, they discard a card. So this normally is an attack for 6, but because of the might token from last turn, it's going to be an attack for 7. And if it hits you, you gotta discard a card.
So in Flesh and Blood, the tide and the tempo of the game can change like crazy. Last turn, I took a bunch of damage to deal a bunch of damage. This hand, facing down a Concuss, if I take all the damage, my hand isn't that great if the on-hit effect of discarding a card from the Concuss activates, so my hand wouldn't be that great. So this turn, I'm gonna take a little bit of a pause. I'm gonna block out, set up an arsenal, essentially another 5-card hand, and just hope I can really crack back with some more damage on the next turn. Well, I don't love these cards as an attacking hand, so I'm gonna use them as a defensive hand. I'm gonna block for 2, 4, 6, and a headbutt you. I'll block with 7 with my head.
Ooh, nice. So using the Iron Wrought Helm to get over this nice little break point. I don't like that though. I wish you hadn't done it, because I wanted that card to get discarded.
Ha!
I have no reactions.
I have no reactions either.
All right, Sayonara Concuss to the graveyard as the chain link resolves, but now it's the end of the turn, and at the beginning of each end phase, there is an earth card in my pitch. This thrives. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay the 1 resource that I had floating. We've seen it once, let's see it again. Let's bring a might token back to the arena, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass to you, no arsenal, draw 4.
And this has Blade Break, so this will go to my graveyard.
Can't block with that Iron Wrought Helm again.
No anymore. Well, on my turn, I only have 1 card in hand, and I'm deciding to arsenal it. So I will arsenal and just pass to you, draw 4.
All right, so my might token here is going to get destroyed, giving my next attack this turn +1. Leave it here to remind us. Now this is interesting because you just arsenaled, and these cards, I love these cards. These are great cards, but some of them, none of them will go again. So I would have loved to block with a couple of these cards. I don't want to lose value out of my might token. We're gonna do it like this. Might token is gonna give this attack +1 power. It's a blue concuss this time. So it's gonna go ahead and come in from 4 to 5, thanks to the might token. And now to pitch for it, I'm gonna pitch this Logfall, and I'm gonna pitch this Autumn's Touch, leaving me with 2 resources floating after I pay the resource cost of 3. Might token is gone, so this is coming for 5, but if it hits you, gotta discard a card. So it might look like this turn is all about the blue concuss that is threatening Jacob to discard a card here, but that's just this turn, and I'm already thinking about the end game. This is one of my favorite parts about Flesh and Blood, your pitch stack, because one of the cards I pitched is a yellow Logfall, a card that when it attacks can only be defended by 1 action card from Jacob's hand. So in the end game, when life totals are super low and you're trying to just get that 1 final point of damage over, Logfall is the perfect ticket to victory. So now I just gotta keep my life total high enough and stay alive long enough for this Logfall to slowly rise up through my deck as I pitch more cards and draw more cards, and hopefully it'll be my ticket to victory. Go ahead and lay those blocking cards on the combat chain.
I'm gonna say no blocks.
Well, I'm gonna say no reactions.
Okay, well, I'll take 5.
Okay.
8 life.
And now Concuss's on-hit effect is going to trigger. So it did hit a hero, it's dealt damage. So please, if you'd be so kind, my brother, discard a card.
I will discard this Cloud Cover, lightning card.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and at the end of the turn, pay 1 resource into Terra to make another might token, and I will arsenal a card. Passing to you.
So Concuss for 5 is not Concuss for 7, and this hand is a lot better than my previous one. So I feel comfortable taking this damage, and I don't mind the discard on this hand because I can still send through a lot of damage, and I don't want to be trying to block out every turn. Sam's deck is much better at that than mine is. So I'm gonna put my foot back on the gas, and I'm gonna use that arsenal card as fuel.
Okay, I'm not sure I expected him to just take all 5 and just discard a card. So this means he's probably got a pretty powerful turn here. So it might be time to batten down the hatches. Wish me luck.
Alrighty, I will start off my turn by playing a Heaven's Claws for 5 damage. Normally it doesn't have go again, but this embodiment of lightning will pop and give it go again, and I will pay Heaven's Claws 1 cost with this blue lightning press, so I got 2 floating.
Heard, Chef. I'm gonna go ahead and declare 1 block with this log fall. So I will be blocking for 3. Any reactions from you?
No reactions.
I'll take 2, go to 11.
Now I will use my Arsenal card. I will attack you with a Lightning Surge. It was played from Arsenal, so it gets go again for 4.
I'm gonna block for 3 with another Bracken Wrap. I'm gonna take 1 damage. Any reactions?
No reactions.
Go down to 10.
I will then come at you with this Static Shock. This is also going to come at you for 4 damage, but I have played a lightning card this turn, so if it hits, I deal 1 arcane to you.
All right, well that doesn't sound very nice to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and block for 3 with this, and then I will go ahead and also block with my Ironwrought Helm because it blocks for 1 just like your Ironwrought Helm does. So I'm gonna go ahead and block your 4 here.
Well,
so I've been waiting for the right time to go ahead and throw my Ironwrought Helm into the mix, and this feels like the perfect moment. Because the Static Shock's on hit effect here is 1 arcane damage. So if I just block with 1 3 block here, 1 damage is gonna leak over the top, and I'll take that 1, and then I'll take another arcane damage, which, let's be clear, I do not want to do. But if I throw my Ironwrought Helm into the mix against this attack for 4, not only does the extra 1 point of defense block the 1 point of attack that was going to go over the top, it also doesn't give the arcane damage any chance to trigger. So it basically blocked that 1 point of arcane as well. So my 1 defense Ironwrought Helm actually kind of ended up blocking for 2 here, which is exactly how you want to use your equipment, getting as much defensive value out of them as possible.
I will let that chain link resolve. Now I will activate my hero's ability, gaining me an embodiment of lightning, because I'll pay the 2. I have played a lightning card this turn. Move to end.
Heard. Your end is good with me. My Ironwrought Helm has Blade Break, so it will get destroyed. 3 yellow cards will head to the graveyard.
And I'll draw back up to my hero's intellect 4 cards.
All right, my might token is going to pop. I'm gonna give my next attack +1. And last turn I said I wanna make sure I get value out of my might, but I don't really think that that's possible on this turn. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play my arsenal card, which is Seeds of Strength. So this is a 2-cost card, Elemental Guardian action that says create a might token. So I will go ahead and create a might token. It also has Earth Bond. So if an Earth card was pitched to play this, like this Canopy Shelter, I will instead create 2 might tokens. But this card doesn't have go again, so my turn is over, save for Terra's ability here. At the beginning of the end phase, I do have an Earth card in my pitch, so I'll pay my final floating and turn these 2 might tokens into 3 might tokens. So I hope you can do a lot of damage with those 4 cards, because I got 3 might tokens with your name on it coming up.
I'm gonna play out this Lightning Surge for 3. Cost 0. It was not played from my arsenal, but my embodiment of lightning will give it go again.
I will block this Lightning Surge for 3.
Okay. Pitch this blue lightning press to attack you with a Starfall for 2. And this has natural go again because I've played a lightning card this turn.
I'm gonna say no blocks on your Starfall. I will once again get sliced by your honestly beautiful sword.
Yeah, right.
I will take 2 and go to 8.
Yes. Because I really like the lead, an attack I control has hit a hero, so I'm gonna destroy this and deal 1 arcane to you.
You do me like that?
Yeah.
You do me like that?
I hit you with a sword, and then my so you got 1 arcane coming at you.
I got no way to deal with this arcane, so I will take 1 damage and go to 7.
All right. And next, I will play out this Crackling for 0. It has 2 power, but it also has lightning flow. I've played a lightning card this turn, so this will come in for 3.
Okay, I don't think I can go too low here because this arcane damage can just get me. I'm gonna go ahead and block 3 with my Concuss.
Ooh, lots of reds.
Yeah.
That happens to Guardians sometimes. Hey, happens to the best of us. You get too aggressive. Happens to the best of us. I will let that chain link resolve.
Yep.
I will activate my hero's ability, gaining myself an embodiment of lightning by paying 2 resources. And I will just move to end. I will arsenal this 1 card. I will draw 4 cards.
Alrighty. My 3 might tokens are gonna pop as I look to become stronger than I ever have before. I will then go ahead and activate my Blossom of Spring. We're here in Aria. We're vibing in Candlehold. If you can't, yeah, my beautiful springtime tunic is gonna go ahead and give me a resource here. I will action destroy this, gain a resource, go again, and then I will attack with Redwood Hammer, pitching this yellow Autumn's Touch to do so. 1 from my Blossom of Spring, 2 from the Autumn's Touch to satisfy the 3 resource cost of the Redwood Hammer. This says a once per turn action, 3 resource attack. If an Earth card was pitched to attack with this, the attack gets +1, so it goes from 3 to 4, and then my 3 might tokens will make it go from 4 to 7.
Those might tokens are pretty good.
So might tokens are super strong and they're super versatile. They can affect your attack action cards, but they can also pump up your weapon. And it's time to bring the Redwood Hammer into the fray. These might tokens will do just as much work on my trusty hammer as my attack action cards. And even though I don't have a blue in my hand to pitch for it, that's where my Blossom of Spring can help and give me that critical final resource that I need.
I think this is as good a time of any is to force you to swing out my legs. I will be blocking for 1.
All right.
Do you have a reaction?
No. Take 6?
I will take 6.
I mean, let me tell you something. It feels good to be green. All right, I do have an Earth card in my pitch zone, but rather than pay 1, I'm gonna go ahead and put my final card in my arsenal, bring my trusty Redwood Hammer back to my side, draw 4 cards. I would say gently quake in my boots as you have a 5-card hand and an Embodiment of Lightning, but let's see what you got.
What I got indeed. Okay, we're living on the edge. I just took a bunch of damage, but I think my hand can kill Sam. I'm gonna pop all my equipment. I wanna be able to use my cards as efficiently as possible. Sam has already used his Spell Void equipment. I'm gonna deal arcane damage. I think I got this. I'm going to start off by also wanting to vibe in Aria, you know, just kind of hang out.
You wanna just vibe for a second together?
Yeah.
All right.
So, you know, I'm gonna have a resource floating. I'm gonna use that immediately to attack you with the Heaven's Claws. Pop the Embodiment of Lightning. It's yellow, so it's 4, but 4 damage with Go Again. Eat my sparks.
I'm blocking 3.
Take Uno.
With this strong wood, I will block 3. No reactions from you?
No reactions.
I will take Uno.
He took Uno. Then, from Arsenal, I will play out Lightning Surge.
No.
It is a 0 for 4. I played it from Arsenal, so it gains Go Again.
No, stop that. No blocks.
Whoa. I have no attack reactions.
All right, I'll take 4. 1, 2,
Whoa.
4. Go to 2.
Wow. So unexpected. Well, pitch this Spark Spray. I'm gonna have 1 floating, and I'm gonna attack you with Starfall for 2. Now that it has Go Again, because I've played so many lightning cards, 2 damage coming at you. Your life total.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and block with my Rotten Old Butler, which is just a blade break offhand equipment that blocks for 1. So I will block for 1. Do you have any attack reactions?
I do not.
I will then take 1 and go to 1.
Let's see if we can get her done. Red, Harness Lightning. Deal 3 arcane to you.
3 arcane is a lot of arcane. So here's what I'm gonna have to do now. I got no way to deal with your arcane. But what I do have
What?
is a Sigil of Shelter.
What does it do?
The next time I would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 2 of that damage.
Okay.
And you know what else I can do?
You have another one?
Play a blue Sigil of Shelter.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna go ahead and the blue version says the next time I would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 1 of that damage. So prevent 2, prevent 1. I will prevent your damage, sir.
Oh, that's a bummer. Dude, I can't believe you had 2. Well, I will just pitch this yellow Harness Lightning. 1 floating. I will make an Embodiment of Lightning. I will just move to end.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Dude, you had 2?
Big scary turn from Aurora here, but I bet even she was shocked to see the double Sigil of Shelter that keeps me alive in this game, keeps me fighting another day.
Oh, prevention, Sigil of Shelter. Oh, I didn't think of that. Now I'm at 2 life.
I've got a good attack in my arsenal, so now I've just got to find a way on these next turns to keep 1 blue card, because I've got a powerful card in my arsenal that I really want to deploy on offense, but it needs 3 resources. So let's see what Jacob can string together. If he stumbles even once, I think I'm gonna put myself in the driver's seat to close out this game.
Okay, but I did take all the cards out of his hand, and he's at 1 life. That's a good place to be sitting as Aurora. 1 more good turn, I can close this game out.
My turn. Here's the thing. I really expected to keep that blue card in my hand. And this card in my hand doesn't pitch into my hammer, and it doesn't pitch into the card in my arsenal. So I simply here have to say, pass to the end of my turn, and ask you if you have any instant speed effects.
I do not.
Then I, sir, will draw 3 and ask you the question, do you got it?
We're gonna try. I'm gonna go ahead and attack you with this spark spray. When this is defended by 1 or more cards, I can pay a resource and give it +1. So this is coming at you for 3, and my embodiment of lightning will trigger. Man. Give it to go again. Man. So I'm asking you the question, can or will you give me 2 cards?
Oh, I've got an interesting question to ask you, my friend. I'm gonna block 3.
Interessante.
Yeah.
I have to force you to have it, so I will pay the 1, bumping this up to 4. Gosh! Oh my lord!
Sigil of Shelter. The next time I would be dealt damage, I will prevent 2. So I'm technically only blocking you for 3, but then when we go to damage and you're 1 over, my Sigil of Shelter will block that out.
Yeah, well, I will pay 1. I have played a lightning card this turn, so I will hit you with Starfall for 2. Has go again.
I have to block for 2 with my cool card, Thrive. This is the card I wanted to use last turn, but I can't, and it's gotta block now. This is gonna block for 2, and I'll block out your 2.
Play out this Crackling. I have played a lightning card this turn, so I will attack you for 3.
I will go ahead, and I have to block for 3, so this is gonna block out that 3, and I have nothing left.
Okay, well, I will let that chain link resolve.
All right.
I will pitch into Aurora, still floating a resource. Make an embodiment of lightning. I will move to end.
Okay.
And I will draw 4 cards.
I got no cards in my hand, Jacob. I got nothing I can do. I'm trying to see if I can keep a card to attack you with something big, but until then, I will draw 4 cards and pass to you.
I'm going to attack you with a spark spray for 2. The embodiment of lightning would trigger. It gains go again. I can always pay a little more. Now we have the question.
Well, this time I will give you a 3 block. I will respect your +1 ability.
I will play out a Thry. 2 damage, natural go again.
You have not had a lightning press yet, so I will hope you still don't.
I pitched them a long time ago.
Okay.
Both of them.
I blocked 2.
Well, your block is good. I will pitch this lightning surge, extending my combat chain. Starfall for 2 also has the go again.
Well, I'm gonna block for 3. Try to keep this blue card in my hand.
I will attack you with a static shock for 4 damage. On hit, Arcane.
More than Arcane, brother. On hit, I lose. I have no further prevention effects. I have no further defense beyond this blue concuss, which blocks for 3. Do you have any reactions?
Shin it.
I will take the 1. I will go to 0. I will fall to Aurora's lightning blade.
Aurora!
Good game.
That was a great game.
That was fun.
Dude, the double protection had me stressed,
Can't
bro.
see me.
Woo! Oh man, that was a really, really close game. It was so much fun getting to play this elemental Runeblade hero. I loved the mixed damage in the form of physical damage and the arcane damage. It's a really fun challenge to try to find the correct sequencing with Go Again and Aurora's hero ability to do the most damage and extend your combat chain out.
Though I am an ancient guardian of Aria, even the greatest bastions of defense do finally crumble. I have lost this battle. But while I may not have a W, I did have a darn good time.
These decks are so fun to play with. It feels like if I had just gotten 1 more big attack in, I still had my hard knuckles sitting in the arena, which means I totally should have found a time to use them earlier in this game. C'est la vie.
I'm having so much fun with this first strike deck, and Aurora is in Rosetta. There is so much support for her class and her talent in that set. So it's gonna be so easy to add some new spicy cards so I can keep doing my lightning Runeblade thing. Maybe build a deck of her in my favorite format, Classic Constructed.
I had a blast playing the first strike decks. I know you all will as well, and there's only one thing on my mind right now. We gotta run it back.
That was an incredible match, you two. It was so fun to watch those intense combat chains that you're able to weave together and those big crushing effects.
Dude, with the prevent was so scary.
What's your favorite thing about Aurora?
Oh man, Aurora, I like mixed damage. I haven't gotten to play a lot of heroes that do mixed damage, and it's fun to try to find just different lines to win.
Having a magic sword is better than a mundane sword. What about you, Sam?
You know, I was surprised by how easy it was to get those might tokens at the end of the turn, and it was really it felt very natural. I had often one resource floating. Sometimes if I had extra cards, I always knew I had something I could do with them, even when like there was that one turn that you didn't let me block with my cards. I was like, I have an outlet for these cards. I learned the game on the original Aria Blitz decks, and these are such a beautiful evolution of that product. That game was sick, and I could tell if we ran it back 3 more times, it would be always intricate, always back and forth, and I'd totally kick your butt every time. So,
you can find these 2 First Strike decks now in stores. Grab them, play with your friends, play at your local game store, and get into the game. This is a perfect way to get started. As Sam was just saying, I think you can jam these into each other over and over again and get different results every time. It's a perfect way to learn all the fundamentals of Fab. We had such a great time playing these. So thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video with the 3 of us, you can find more of our content over on 3 Floating on YouTube. Thank you so much, LSS, for letting us highlight these super cool First Strike decks, and we'll see you soon.
woo!